So in this demo, we are going to watch the demo on Azure Stream Analytics with Power BI for real-time data processing that's been coming out from real-time data. So we are going to watch the demo on Twitter Analytics. So this demo would be end-to-end. Basically, the architecture path would be we'd be collecting real-time tweets based on the specific keyword like hashtag IoT, hashtag big data, hashtag analytics, hashtag data science, hashtag Azure, @Azure, Power BI, hash ATF, ASA, etc. So you'll be collecting as much as tweets as being possible using those of the specific hashtag keywords. And also we have filtered out the data that's been coming out, of course, worldwide. We'll be checking for one demo. In another demo, we have been checking out for some of the specific location as well. And then once the data has been collected so far, so we would be storing it one portion of the data into Azure Blob Storage in Azure Storage account. In another portion of the data, we are storing it into Microsoft OneDrive on cloud. And once the data has been stored, the next step is basically on the real time, the data is being stored, processed, and then we are pushing this real-time tweets into Azure Service Bus Event Hub. So Event Hub is a real-time streaming processing engine which being responsible for processing data based on the real-time consumer keys and based on the specific configuration. So an Event Hub can manage, send, and listen on real-time data. It could poll for the data that's coming out from various sources, and from the Event Hub we are processing data directly through Azure Stream Analytics Hub, and from ASA we have been processing it through the specific SQL queries, Azure Stream Analytics SQL queries. So Azure Stream Analytics SQL has a specific slapping window, like which we call as is a hopping window, sliding window, by which we could be able to take out the data. We could be able to pull out the data on the specific interval just in a sliding window. We could be able to specify like a second 5, a second 10. That means within 5 seconds or 10 seconds of interval, the Event Hub, from the Event Hub, the Stream Analytics would pull for the real data or fresh data, and it could process through the output. Also in the hopping window we have a specific time interval, like hopping window minute 5 10 or minute 10 5. That means within 5 seconds of interval the data would be pulled out, or within 10 minutes of interval the data would be pulled out. And actually there is no overlapping. There is a specification is being there, like either overlapping of the data or non-overlapping of the data within the time window, that we could be able to specify in this SQL, Azure Stream Analytics SQL. We could be able to process out the joining on the data that's coming out from various sources, either Event Hub and Blob Storage as our reference and data stream. So always whenever we are taking the data from Event Hub as an input to Stream Analytics, we are taking the data is in the data stream, and if we are taking the data from Blob Storage, so we'd be taking it as a reference stream. And we could be able to process it through writing through the real-time SQL queries on Stream Analytics, and then we could specify the output as leveraging platform, either Microsoft Power BI, which has been introduced latest one, and it's right now is in public preview. Just in 1 month back it has been made as a public preview. Before that it was in private preview, and based on the help of the Power BI real-time preview portal, you could be able to build out the actual dashboard end-to-end. So in this demo we are going to watch on Twitter Analytics on it. In the second demo we could be checking out the same architectural path, but the output would be processed through Azure Blob Storage. Instead of storing through Microsoft Power BI, we'd be putting out the data into Azure Blob Storage, and from Blob Storage we are being processing the actual processed tweets. So it's been storing into a CSV file, and from the CSV file we'd be going through to design the real-time graphs through Microsoft Power BI Designer Preview tool to generate the real-time dashboard. And once the dashboard has been generated, you could be able to upload those file, that's PBIX file, into the Power BI Designer Preview portal. So make sure that you are already having a registered org ID, the organizational ID that's being registered with app.powerbi.com, and so that you could be able to utilize Power BI. We could be able to build out the graphs as possible. And once after building the dashboard, we have to be also going to use the Power Q&A for building out real-time graphs, and also we could be able to do for the schedule refresh on the Power BI Designer Preview file on the preview portal. So let's check out the end-to-end demo, what's happening. So first, what I'm doing, I have written a very simple code on Java to collect out the real-time tweets from Twitter. So basically I'm being able to collect the public and hybrid tweets through this library, that's Twitter 4J library on Java, and I've been collecting data basically I've just been collecting, I'm able to integrate to collect the tweets as much as possible, and I've been storing one side into Azure Blob Storage as well as on Microsoft OneDrive. And basically I'm collecting the tweets on the specific keywords that's already I've mentioned, like hashtag IoT, hashtag Azure, Windows 10, Analytics, Azure, Big Data, Data Science, Power BI, ADF, AML, HD Insight. So let me start this code to collect the real-time tweets. So I'm able to see the tweets are coming, and also one side of it I am actually storing the tweets in one portion of it into Microsoft OneDrive storage. So in OneDrive you'd be able to see that the data has been getting to be stored here, and here also I have written Azure Event Hub streaming code which is being able to process the data from OneDrive into Azure Event Hub. So let me start the processing. So the data has been pushed into Event Hub, and in another side what I've did is basically I have also created Azure Event Hubs. So these event hubs are basically specific for Service Bus, and in the Stream Analytics code we could be able to see that jobs has been running so far, and so from the event hub I have specified the inputs. So this event hub inputs and tweets, these are for two different demos. I have written some real-time specific queries based on these outputs, and finally I'm able to check out. So in the sliding window I'm able to see that within 10 seconds of interval the data would be checked out, and in the output I have specified I've leveraged the power of Power BI, so that I have just added. And here something I have built out using the data which has been coming out from Azure Stream Analytics. The data has been pushing out into Power BI. It has been pushing into the Power BI, and so everything is happening in real, so that I could be able to see that the changes being happening in the dashboards, everything has got to be in real time. So here we are able to see the total count of tweets per minute. That's around 5.72 million tweets that is being generated within just in 1 hour. And these are the total numbers of total count of tweet location. That's total numbers of profile location that we have observed. That's 195. And here goes the total counts of minutes that's been collected over the tweets, 298, and total numbers of Twitter username who have been already tweeted just in 1 hour, last 1 hour that's being generated. So we are able to see the real-time changes in the graph, and also let me check, start data processing once again, and here let's just check to send the data once again, send some real-time tweets. So this I am just tweeting right now, this one, and now let me check. So I'm able to see that my tweet has been generated, it's being there, and it's already would be started to process. So let's push it out to Event Hub. Let's make a question. So here I'm able to see that this is my Twitter handle, which has been already processed in Stream Analytics. And after through Stream Analytics processing, it has been passed into Power BI. And I can write a simple query. So these are the 3 users who has been just tweeted from the specific location. That's his profile location is Seattle and California. If I want to visualize as table, I'll be able to visualize as table. So I just pin it, and so here goes the output that I have just tweeted a few minutes back, or maybe a few seconds back. I've just tweeted it on the specific hashtags, utilizing those specific hashtags, and I'm able to visualize it on right now on Power BI. So this is actually the hot path of the demo that I have depicted. That's end-to-end data processing on Twitter Analytics, just collecting real-time data in one side and just processing it through the event hub in another side. Everything is happening in parallel, and putting it out on visualization with Power BI. Now, if I would like to check another path of that of this demo that I have done through Microsoft Power BI Designer Preview. So here's something that has been made so much interesting about Designer Preview file, and so if you just open the Designer Preview, Microsoft Power BI Designer Preview, it's one of the latest edition that's last edited. It's been released on May 2015, and I have taken out the data which has been coming out from Azure Stream Analytics into Azure Blob Storage, which has been specified as an Azure Blob Storage as an output. So once I've specified that, I have just stored this data into Azure Blob Storage, and from the Blob Storage, what I did, I have pushed out the data from Azure Blob Storage and taken it out into the Power BI. So what I could do so far is let me start the job once again. Could make a custom time, so could make it as just start it right away. 38. That's 38 in the morning, 8:38, and let me start the job so that I could be able to see the output which was there. And this output I have took it out into Power BI Designer Preview file. So Power BI Designer Preview is one of the tool that where you could be able to take out the power of Power BI. You could able to build out the visualization, real-time visualization through Power BI out of Office 365, or without using any of the preview portal, without having any licenses so far. It's a free tool right now, and it's everything. It's based in worked out in Windows platform, so you could take out this the real actually the processing power through Power BI, and so once you have been started, the job would be getting started. The Azure Stream Analytics, it could be able to being started so far, and you could be able to do the real-time graph. So here I'm being able to see the top tweet counts based on the top Twitter profile location. So I could be able to see here the second most of the tweets has been generated from the tweet location is from Paris. Then the third profile location where the most of the tweets has been generated is from London, then Silicon Valley, then from Bangalore, India, that's 13 and 75, then worldwide, etc. Then I also am being able to see in the real-time God chart, that's what's the total amount of tweet count, the Twitter username, total numbers of Twitter username that's I have depicted so far. And also I'm able to see in the scatter chart the Twitter tweet counts, the total tweet time and tweet counts by the profile location. So this is a scatter chart, and these are the rest of the top profile location. And also what I did, I have made a combo stack chart, which is pretty new in Power BI platform, is where I've depicted the top counts of tweets on the specific time interval. So here I'm able to see that in the morning, that's in 6:30, the 6:30 47 seconds, I'm able to see that the most numbers of tweets has been generated so far. That's more than 3,000 numbers of tweets. Sorry, that's around 6,000 numbers of tweets. And whereas within the next 17 seconds, the rest amount of tweets has been generated so far. That's 3396. So here around more than 6,000, and here is around more than 3,396 numbers of tweets has been generated. So this is actually the data, the insights of the data that we are able to leverage very easily through the help of Power BI and using Microsoft Data Platform. Of course, utilizing the power of Microsoft Data and with Azure. So on making of this designer preview file, what we did next, we have uploaded into Microsoft Power BI preview portal, and when you need to upload it, just click on get data and just need to select the Power BI designer file option, and here we could be able to upload this file directly. Once you click on connect, you could be able to upload it directly from your computer, and just choose those file and just click on connect. So once you click on connect after uploading, you could be able to see that your file has been uploaded. You just need to create a new dashboard by clicking on plus icon here to create a new dashboard. And then once you have uploaded your PBIX file, the Power BI designer preview file, you could be able to see that the file has been uploaded, and then you just need to start out to build out the dashboard, or whatever if you have any existing dashboards already there, you could pin out it here. Just right click and you could be able to pin out over there, and otherwise you could be able to build out some of the real-time graphs through the utilizations of Power Query. So you could be able to tell that your stream analytics job is being running perfectly, and then could be able to load it. So this is our total tweet count. That's 1,023,347. Now if I want to put it into a graph, into a real-time graph, so here is something I could be able to see that the actual real-time processing, that's the tweets is being processed so far, and this is a worldwide distributions of just in time, that's in real time, just right now, whatever the tweets has been generated so far, and it's also still being generating. So that's we have already implemented, and we have pinned it into our dashboard. So here again, if we are checking, it so far, so I've just clicked on a dashboard on a specific graph that could be able to show me out the worldwide distributions of the tweets just in right now, whatever the tweets has been collecting so far all over the world. based on the specific keywords like hashtag IoT, hashtag big data, hashtag analytics, Windows 10, hashtag Windows 10, of course, hashtag Azure, hashtag big data, hashtag ASA, hashtag email, hashtag ATF, and HT Insight, hashtag HT Insight. So this is about the distribution of data. So I'm able to see that from Sydney right now, it's about average tweet count. The total numbers of tweet counts actually happen in just in last few minutes. Within 5 minutes, that's around 1,538 tweets has been collected. Whereas from India, from Bangalore, there's 1,273 tweets has been generated. Also from Mumbai, there's 1,208 tweets has been generated. If I also check in this areas, and from Bay Area, there's around 9,333 tweets has been collected over just in few seconds once I have started to pushed out the data. From Washington, that's around 1,272, and whereas from Vancouver, the tweets has been collected, that's around 1,535. From Redmond, from Seattle, that's 3,481 tweets that's been collected just in last few seconds. Also, if I just check in the distributions around UK, that's in Kent, it's around 1,272. If I check in York City, that's the tweets has been collected, that's around more than 500. In Manchester and London, that's less in few seconds the tweet has been collected, it's 402. If I also check in Denmark, that's around 377 tweets is being there, 3,077 tweets has been over there. So this is our worldwide distributions of the tweets that's been collected so far. And here is something that I have made a real-time dashboard. It's a Power BI dashboard that's been taking out data end to end, that's been processing from Azure Stream Analytics and through Azure Blob Storage. So here in the first demo we have done so far, we have just taking out real-time tweets, pushing into Event Hub, processing through Stream Analytics, and putting it out into Power BI. And in the another demo side, in the second demo, what we did, we have taking out the real-time tweets, processing it through Event Hub, pushing it into Azure Stream Analytics, and putting out through Azure Blob Storage. And from Blob Storage, building out the Azure Designer Preview, Power BI Designer Preview file, and then uploading into the Azure Stream Analytics Preview portal, Azure Power BI Preview portal, and putting it out as a real-time refresh. So here we have already assigned a real-time refresh for this file so far. So what I need to do is basically we need to click on settings. Once I click on settings, I need to click on datasets, and from here I need to select the dashboard where I am interested to apply the real-time streaming. And here I'm able to just select the checkbox that keep your data up to date, and then I need to select the refresh frequency like daily or weekly, then refresh between time. So this is just in morning right now, so 6 AM to 12 PM is my scheduled refreshing interval, and then the time zone I need to select, and then I need to click on apply. Once I did this, my dashboard would be applicable for real-time schedule refreshing, though the data has been uploaded through Power BI Designer Preview. So Power BI Designer Preview right now it's being also able to do for schedule refreshing. So both of this demo, it's been working end to end, of course on real-time data, and this is something we have shown in this demo. Both of these two demo, that's the real-time Twitter analytics on end-to-end data based on collecting the real-time data, real-time tweets, public tweets as well as hybrid tweets based on the specific hashtag keywords from a specific location, also some of the cases, and processing it through the Azure Stream Analytics and putting out into the Power BI. So also this is a hot path, just in real time everything is happening so fast, but there is another alternative path is also available which we call as cold path, that's using Azure HDI Storm clusters and pushing out through Storm that's in Storm sprouts and bolts, and after processing it through just process it to Azure HBase tables, HDI HBase tables, to push it out on data based on as a NoSQL storage, and from there just push out from HBase to Hive and put it out onto the Power BI portal. So that's actually the cold path, but everything is processing over the batch processing, because of course the interval would not be as much as real time that what we are able to see in Stream Analytics. That's everything is happening real time. Of course Storm cluster we could be leverage the power, but the thing is that there also we could be able to take out the data from Hive, which is again a batch processing environment. So there will be a minute of latency in between the data putting out through input and taking out the data in the visualization as an output. But here is a hot path we are able to see. That's being processing the data in end-to-end. I have already shown also just by taking out throwing out a real-time tweet from my Twitter handle, and just being able to see that how within a few seconds or just less than few seconds I'm able to visualize that my tweet location and my Twitter username that's I have tweeted based on those specific tweets as well. So this is end-to-end demo on the Twitter analytics based on Azure Stream Analytics and Power BI, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.